Hey guys, and welcome back to Serenity Valley. This is episode 35, and today we're going to be harvesting soybeans, and we've decided to do a little bit of a competition between Carl and Rick, and we are going to have what I like to call dueling harvesters. We will have both of our harvesters set up on two separate soybean fields, and they will be basically going at it, seeing who can finish first, and we'll be the man in the middle, if you will. We will be the one with the grain truck, basically emptying the grain out of both of them and running it back to the farm once we get full. So before we get to that, we've got a load of fuel to take down here to our fuel distributor. We've got our contract to deliver 30,000 liters of fuel every morning. We also need to run down and pick up our meat and take it over to the hot dog restaurant. They are eagerly awaiting their shipment for this morning, so that they will have plenty of product when they open up for lunchtime. So we'll need to get those two little chores taken care of before we get to our harvesting. So last week, we posed a question, or I posed a question: what map do you all want to see next after this series? So we fully intend to still take this series out to 50 episodes. So we have 15 episodes left, including this one. And you all have voted. Shockingly, I was surprised that we only had votes for two different maps. We had votes for Slovak Village and for I don't even recall the name off the top of my head. It's the French map. And it looks like Slovak Village is going to be the winner of the popular choice. So we will use that map to prepare for the next series, and I'll have to go back in the map and kind of figure out what we want to do in there. I know that we are going to do seasons, and I am thinking about doing a 9-day season. I've been testing seasons out with another map on a personal save, and I've been doing 9-day seasons, and I think that's a nice pace to get some stuff done. Allows us to kind of focus on a half dozen fields. Of course, I'll have to check and see because I've been testing on a map based on Goldcrest Valley, so I'll have to kind of compare field sizes and starting equipment and whatnot to get a sense for what I think we'll be able to accomplish, given the fact that we need to start from scratch. Our goal will be hopefully to start out with crops, and come late spring, possibly early summer, move into sheep, and then move into cattle once we have silage, and then go through an entire season and crop harvest, and hopefully pick up some pigs towards the fall. Go through a winter and spring with our pigs, and basically see where we are at that point. So that's kind of the plan of action for Slovak Village. Need to either see if the creator is going to come out with a snow mask update, or if I'm going to need to go in and basically add my own snow mask in, so that if we do get snow, we will obviously not have snow in the buildings. Plus, if we have a snow mask, then we can have bale rotting, so we have to pay attention to if bales are left out in the wet, or if they are windrowed and not baled before it rains, or that includes kind of overnight being wet also. So it's going to add a whole new element to the gameplay, which I'm really looking forward to. Alright, so we've got our meat loaded up. Now this particular keeping off roleplay, this particular mod was recently updated, and some changes were made. I think it might process a little bit slower. We've been introducing an artificial delay into our use of this particular mod. In version 1, this mod would basically process all the meat that you delivered within probably 5 minutes of game time, which was really ridiculously too quick. So I think the this next version may have corrected that a little bit. Now what I don't remember is, I think we have to go down one more. I think this version may have corrected that to where it takes a bit longer to process your animals. And then I also believe that in the change notes, the author put that they modified the pricing to lower the pricing. So we should get a bit less than we did the first time around. But I've not sold anything with this version, so I'm not really sure what we're going to get. So let's just see what we get here. Alright, so we got 23,000 off of that. I think we had like 60,000 last time we did this. So we'll have to see what we get for their next shipment. Of what is it? 15 pigs? No, 21 pigs. I forget what we I think 21 pigs is what we sent down here. So right now we are at basically $1,000, a little over $1,000 a pig, which isn't that great. So we'll have to see what we get for our sausage. But I think if you sell the pigs, you sell them for $1,500. So if we get more than 10,000 out of this, then that's about the equivalent of what we get, I think, for selling them at the meat distributor or the animal distributor. So sometimes there's something to be said just in the act of doing something different, using a factory mod, just for the purpose of the process as opposed to money. So, in the news, the mod contest is over. Congratulations, Seasons mod developers, for winning the public vote. We had there was a planter that was in second place. I had tried that planter out on a live stream, and it seemed pretty cool. You can make all kinds of adjustments. I don't know if the adjustments really did anything other than just let you play with it. In my play, though, when I was testing it, it didn't seem to use any seed, but I think that may have been because I had purchased the little in-tractor control module, but the modded tractor that I went and tried to use it on, it didn't seem to function. It basically disappeared. So I'm thinking maybe that was the reason it didn't use any seed. I know Rubber Burner, another fellow YouTuber, had tried that mod and had run into some issues with it. So 18,000. So that's Was it 23,000 and 18,000? So that's close to that's 40,000, 41,000 still. So it's about 20,000 lower than it was before, if I'm remembering correctly. But still, it's better than selling the pigs straight up. Great demand for wood chips. Okay. We'll have to see if we don't have wood chips, but if we have an opportunity, maybe we need to be making some wood chips. We'll just have to see how great the price is. So when he did a mod review of it, he ran into an issue where it wouldn't it would crash his game if he put fertilizer in it, but he wasn't using the front fertilizer feeder or hopper. He was trying to put fertilizer just in the seeder itself. So I'm wondering if maybe that was the issue with his crashing. Is the mod maybe wasn't necessarily designed to have fertilizer added to it directly without use of the front fertilizer hopper. So I have to say, I find it funny that I have a steering wheel, yet inevitably whenever I back up, I find myself using the keyboard. I'm not really sure why, but I just think that's kind of strange and interesting. Let's see here. We need to run up here, I think, and get a truck for our harvesting. And then we will run back down here and get our competition going between our two harvesters with Rick and Carl, and we'll see who wins. See, we've got this soybean field ready to come in. All of our fields are now ready to harvest. So we have got a lot of harvesting to do ahead of us. So I think we've already got a truck hooked up to a trailer up here. Just got to figure out which one we want to use. Let's see here. Do we want to use the Dakota, or do we want to use this one here, the Dopper? Kind of feeling the Dopper today. We'll use the Dopper in our Western Star. So also a congratulations goes out to the best map contest winner, Bali Moon Castle. I know that I think maybe 2 of the maps in my top 5 made the top 10 list. I was wishing that they would rank maybe the top 5 maps or maybe the top 10 maps specifically, but they did not do that. The only results I've seen so far have been obviously who won the best map, and then the top 10 public vote, which seemed to also include the maps. So I would like to have seen kind of a breakdown of the top 10 or top 5 maps themselves, but we haven't seen that to this point. So here's one of our harvesters, and other harvester is down the road a wee bit. So let's go ahead and help Carl get set up here. It looks like his header has fallen off the trailer. So let's go ahead and get things set up. And like I said, we're going to kind of do a harvester shoot off, if you will. I think this is, yep, this is the direction we want to be going. So, let me check something out. Does this truck have a hitch on the back? Alright, it does not. I'm going to need to move this header trailer. So, I don't have anything better to move it with, so we're just going to move it with the harvester. Oops, come on. Alright, we're just going to start over here then. Good thing we don't have Loco Drive enabled, or we'd be risk of losing our harvester to the train. Oops. Alright. So it's not really going to be easy for us to get both of them running at the same time. So we're just kind of, kind of role-playing this little contest, if you will. But we will be running between the two harvesters, trying to keep them running with respect to offloading their grain. Something a little different, we want to. We don't want to constantly bring the same thing to the channel. We want to bring a little bit of variety. And what other kind of variety are we going to bring when we've got so much harvesting to do? Nobody wants to watch 5 episodes of harvesting fields. So I very much am expecting to have to harvest some of this stuff off camera. Alright. So now that we've got him rocking and rolling, we know we're going to have to unload our first harvester first. Simply because we started him first. So let's go ahead and get on up there and get ready. And I know I could set up Courseplay to run both of these and all that other fun stuff. We've done that before. But there's something to be said about just doing it the good old-fashioned way and just driving around. And sometimes, you know what, that's just what I want to do. And it's fun. So let's whoa up the truck. Let's come over here. All right. So also in Serenity Valley news, Rockhound has released what he hopes to be the final version of his map. He has told me in a chat message over on PCSG that I guess he's hanging up the towel with as far as edits go, and he's looking forward to playing the game, playing the map, and just having fun. And I say, you know what? You deserve it, man, because this map is awesome. I don't know anybody that's seen the map that has not commented that they like the map or they're really interested in playing the map. I've kind of encouraged him to see if there's any way he could meet the map size limits for Giants to upload to the mod hub, because I sincerely think that there's a fair number of players that just don't mess with download sites, and if it's not in the mod hub, they don't mess with it. So I sincerely think that there's a fairly large audience that just doesn't see things unless they're in the mod hub. And you know, poor console guys, they're always eager for anything new. I don't think version 5 or version 5 or Serenity Valley 2 would work on a console, but I don't see any reason why version 4 wouldn't work, because there isn't anything added to it other than like the scripts for the gates, and I think that's fine on the console. If not, you could just strip the gates out, and that would work. So we're gonna watch the harvester here for a little bit, and looks like we'll have time to offload this one and the other harvester before our time is up. Let's just take a quick look at our animals and see where we are with respect to them. Quick look at our fields. We have plowed. So fields 20 and 21 are plowed. Fields 22 and 13 are cultivated. So here we've got field 1 is listed as harvested. So we still have to harvest fields 2, 18, 16, and 11 and 12, and 19, 23, and 24. So we've still got a fair bit of harvesting to do. The plan is to harvest field 16, which is also soybeans. I'll harvest that one off camera. I'll finish field 15 and night 14 up off camera. And my plan is to harvest our sunflowers. Sunflowers are fields 2 and 18. We're gonna do another dual harvest next episode to harvest our sunflowers. And then the plan is to harvest our corn, and then we will finish by harvesting our soybeans, and that will conclude all of our harvesting for this game year. We will then, and we're going to basically try to tackle all of that harvesting this game day. So it is 8 o'clock this game day, and we are going to harvest and harvest and harvest and harvest until we are done with this game day, because it is autumn. And if I remember correctly, the way this Seasons display mod, this is not Seasons, this is simply a display mod. I believe there's only 1 day reserved for autumn before winter hits. So I would like to, as far as the storyline goes, have all our crops in before winter. We're going to use winter to cultivate and fertilize our fields, and possibly do a little forestry, because I'm still considering merging fields 21 and 20 together, These two fields have some trees. If you see here, these are trees. So these two fields are split by trees. I'm thinking of taking these trees out, maybe during winter, and merging these two fields together. And the plan is, even though it's not recommended, the plan is on, if it all works out, episode 40, which should air on July 10th, to bring seasons proper, the real seasons, into this game day, into this game series. So I'll make a copy of this map. I'll make a copy of this save game folder, and we will see basically if we can bring seasons in. All of our fields will be harvested. They'll all be ready to go, and we'll bring seasons in and basically see if we can incorporate that into the last 10 episodes of the series. So that's the plan. We'll see how well it works or doesn't work. I'm going to wait until this guy, if I can, makes his turn to unload him. I want to thank you guys for watching. We are well over 400 subscribers now. That is outstanding. I'm really excited about that, and really excited. I know that basically every week I'll get somebody making a comment on one of the early Serenity Valley shows that they had just found the series, they had just found the map, and they were very eager to watch the series, or eager to play the map, which I think is outstanding. So I appreciate everyone that views and watches the series, everyone that comments. Every comment is greatly appreciated and greatly anticipated, if you will, because I always like to get comments and see what you all think. I encourage you to click the like button if you like this video. If you're not a subscriber and are considering subscribing, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you can get alerts whenever new content is posted. When we go do our new series, we're still going to try to keep to our Monday, Wednesday, Friday release schedule. And lastly, I would like for you all to check out, if you can, the PCSG web community and the Three Dudes Gaming Network web community. Those are two great websites that deal with not just farm sim, but deal with truck sim, meaning American Truck Sim or Euro Truck Sim. They deal with flight simulator, people that are interested in flight sim. They have people that are interested in all kinds of simulation-based gaming. Encourage you to go check them out. Both of those sites also have multiplayer farm sim servers. PCSG has an open community server that's open to any PCSG community member. They also have scheduled multiplayer sessions on Thursday and Friday with kind of a select group of PCSG members. You can basically, I guess, if you want to be part of that group, from what I understand, you kind of need to play with them on the open server, get to know, so they can get to know you and your game style. Now, I've never seen a car do that. That car just turned into a driveway. That is new. I've never seen that happen. So they also have, they also do a structured multiplay on Sunday nights for Truck Sim, and I think they alternate Euro Truck Sim and American Truck Sim. So like I said, if those things interest you, please sign up for that community, kind of make yourself known, make yourself an active member, and then see if you can make your way into those multiplayer servers if you're interested. But they do have an open community multiplayer server that's open to any member. You just need to sign up, get an account at PCSG, and then in the forums there is a posting on basically the mods and the map that you need and information on how to how to sign into the server. So we are going to go ahead and take this up to the silo. I know we're only at 58%, but we could unload one more harvester before we would not be able to empty the second harvester. So let's just, we've got time. Let's go ahead and run this on up to the silo. Something else that we need to take care of is we've got 2 silos full of silage that we need to sell off, and I want to, if at all possible, get one more harvest in of grass. I want to when we go to seasons, we won't have a snow mask, so our bales should not rot. Other than, I think grass rots no matter what. So that big stockpile of grass that we have for our sheep, that's kind of rot away. But I want to do another grass harvest to kind of stockpile some silage and stockpile some hay, so that we have hay for our sheep and our cows before we bring seasons in. So we also need to get that done today, as far as this game day, or over winter. We'll just pretend that we are kind of doing this early in the winter time. So with that said, guys, until next time, happy farming.